Standing feet together at the top of your mat, spreading your toes and rooting down into all four corners of the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up, interlace the fingers and push the palms away. Exhale, bring the arms down. Stepping the left foot across the right, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. And keeping length in the spine, releasing the neck and sinking into the stretch. Breathe. Release the left foot back to parallel. Inhale, sweep the arms up over the head, interlace the fingers, push the palms away, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, down. Right over left this time, sweep the arms up. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. And keeping length in the spine. Breathing into the stretch. And bringing the right foot back to parallel. Pushing down into the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms up over the head, interlace the fingers, stretch, lengthen the spine. Exhale, down. Staying at the top of the mat and checking your alignment, making sure your knees stay over your two middle toes. Inhale, chair pose, sweep the arms up, sink down into the seat as you push the arms back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift, lift the chin. Exhale, forward fold, press the hands into the mat, bend the knees and step back into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog, thighs are off the mat, tucking the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pressing the heels towards the mat, bending the knees and reaching the chest towards the thighs, pushing back through the shoulders, spreading the fingertips and reaching the tailbone towards the sky. Inhale, looking forward, bending the knees and float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana, sweep the arms up, press the arms back towards the ears. Exhale, bring the hands down, Tadasana. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lift the chin. Exhale, plant the hands into the mat, bend the knees and float back into plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, thighs are off the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pressing the heels towards the mat, bending the knees, trying to get your chest on your thighs. Stretching the knees now, pushing back into the shoulders, keeping that length in the spine, spreading the fingertips and reaching the tailbone towards the sky. Inhale, looking forward, bending the knees, float to the top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, bending the knees, sweeping the arms back. Chair, sinking down into the chair. Exhale, Tadasana. Now, if you have your props close by, go ahead and grab your strap. You can also use a small towel or a belt. Standing feet together, hands on hips, spreading the toes and rooting down into the mat. Slowly begin to peel the left foot off the mat as you transfer the weight into the right leg. Hook the strap around the left arch and extend the left knee. Activate that top leg, keeping the toes pointing towards the sky. Flex the foot, press down into the right leg, pulling up from the kneecap. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, root lock, navel lock. Transfer the strap into the left hand. Place the right hand on the hip and slowly start to take the leg out to the left side of the body. Keep that left hip down. Keep the hips square. Pull up through the right kneecap, drawing up through the navel, root lock, navel lock. And slowly start to bring the left leg back towards the center of the body. Take a hold of the strap with your right hand, and on your exhale, see if you can bring the leg a little closer to the body before you bring it down. Good. Coming down gracefully, bending the knees, next side. Peeling that right foot off the ground as you transfer the weight into the left, hooking the strap around the arch of the right foot. And on your exhale, extend that right knee, pressing into the strap, pointing the toes towards the sky, pulling up through the navel, reaching the crown of the head towards the sky. Root lock, navel lock, pulling up through that left kneecap as you press down into the mat with that left foot. And slowly start to transfer the strap into the right hand. Place the left hand on the hip and slowly start to bring the right leg out to the right side of the body, keeping that hip down. Keep your hips square, keep that right hip down. And drawing up through the left kneecap, pressing down into the left foot. Drawing up through the navel, root lock, navel lock. And slowly coming back to the center of the body. Take a hold of the strap with the left hand, and on your exhale, try and pull the leg a little bit closer towards you before you bring it down. Good. You can put the strap away. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up and back over the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. And bending the knees, jumping back into downward dog. And pressing the heels towards the mat. Pressing back through the shoulders, spreading the fingertips and reaching the tailbone towards the sky. Inhale, rising up into the toes and stepping your left foot forward between your hands for low lunge. Making sure that left knee is in line with the left ankle, one straight line down. Engaging that back right leg, pulling up from the kneecap. If it's comfortable for you, you can lower the right knee down to the mat. And if you have your blocks close by, go ahead and grab your blocks if you need the extra height. Create space within the joints. You can choose which side you have your blocks on. If you need a little extra height, keep them up for support. Find where's comfortable for you and arrive in the stretch. Staying with the breath, keep your gaze still. Breathe. And if it's comfortable for you, you can bring the hands just above the left knee and sink deeper into the stretch. Deep breaths. And on your next inhale, bring the hands back down to the mat or the blocks. Push back on your right leg. Stretch the left knee for half split. Keep the spine straight. Exhale over the leg. Lengthening over that left leg, keeping that left knee straight, pulling up from the kneecap, left toes towards the sky, keeping that leg activated. Breathe deeper into it. And on your next inhale, slowly coming back, putting the blocks to one side, pressing the hands into the mat, tucking the back toe, push down into the mat to push back into downward dog. Take a moment here. Inhale, rise up onto the toes, stepping the right foot forward between the hands, coming into low lunge, knee in line with the ankle, and engaging that back left leg, pulling up from the left kneecap. And if you were using the blocks before, go ahead and grab your blocks. If it's comfortable for you, lower your left leg down towards the mat. Sink into the stretch. Breathe, arrive in the posture, and focus on the breath, your one pointed focus. If it's comfortable for you, you can bring the hands to just above the right knee and sink even deeper into the stretch. Breathe with every exhale, try and go a little bit deeper. Inhale, coming back, placing the hands on the mat or on the blocks, coming back onto the left leg and stretching the right knee. Half split. Lengthen over that right leg, keeping the leg engaged. Pulling up from the right kneecap, right toe towards the sky. Breathe. Stay still. Relax over. On your next inhale, you can slowly come forward, tuck the left toe, press down into the mat and push back into downward dog. Pedal out the feet. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, push the palms into the mat and jump through. Transferring through Dandasana. Bending the left knee, bring the heel towards the sit bone, and if you're crouching over like this, you might want to use a prop to prop yourself up. You can use a block just to create some length in the spine, or if you want, you can use a blanket or a pillow and just sitting on the edge of that. So lengthening up through the spine, making sure the spine is nice and straight. Inhale, reaching the right arm up and twisting the torso towards the left. Hook the arm on the outer edge of the left thigh and twist around. Look over your left shoulder. Breathe. Mirachasana C. And making sure that right leg is still engaged. The right toes are pointing towards the sky. Keeping that bottom leg activated as you twist deeper into the stretch. Coming back on your next inhale, exhale, transfer through Dandasana. This time bending the right knee up. Inhale, reaching the left arm to the sky, twisting the torso towards the right, and hooking that left arm on the outer edge of your right knee. With every exhale, try and go a little bit deeper. Twisting, looking over that back right shoulder. Deep stomach breaths. You should feel the stomach on the thigh. Keep the spine straight, keep length in the spine. And on your next inhale, coming back around and transferring through Dandasana. Inhale, reach the arms up over the head. Exhale, forward fold. Keep length in the spine. And walk the hands forward just a little bit more. Relax over. Deep breaths. With every exhale, try and go a little bit deeper. Breathe. Coming up on your next inhale, transferring through Dandasana, stay on your prop if you're using one, and push down, create length in the spine, and bring the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana. I'm going to turn around while I do that. Just lift up through the spine, create length in the spine, and we're going to interlace the fingers and hold the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift the chin and chest towards the sky. And on your exhale, use the forearms and the elbows to push the knees towards the mat as you lengthen forward. Breathe. With each exhale, try and push the knees down a little bit closer to the mat. On your inhale, rolling up and lengthen through the spine. Exhale, forward again. Using the elbows to push the knees towards the mat. Try and go a little bit deeper this time. Breathe. On your inhale, coming up, hugging the knees and coming into tabletop. And pressing the heels back down towards the mat for down dog. Create length through the spine, push back through the shoulders, reach the tailbone towards the sky. Inhale, look forward and bring your right knee to your right wrist for Ekapada pigeon pose, making sure your back leg is straight, top of the foot planted on the mat. Now, if anatomically you can bring your leg to a right angle, flex the foot. If not, bring your shin bone back down to a diagonal, and if you need to, prop yourself up on a pillow. Inhale, lengthening up through the spine. And exhale, begin to walk the hands forward. Slowly walking the hands forward and lengthening over. Breathe. If this is too intense for you, you can bring your hands into a diamond and rest your forehead on your diamond. Long, deep breaths. Try and go a little bit deeper with every exhale. Try and release any tension in the hip. And breathe through it, arriving in the pose, staying still. quietening the mind. Lengthen your exhale. And on your next inhale, slowly rolling up, pushing back into downward dog. You can pedal out the feet here. Inhale, looking forward and bringing the left knee to the left wrist. And adjusting your prop, sitting it under that left hip if you're using one. Making sure that your back leg is straight, the foot isn't sickled and the top of the foot is pressing into the mat. Lengthen up through the spine. Inhale. Exhale, slowly start to walk the hands forward and lengthen over. Again, if this is too intense for you and you need to come onto your forearms, you can, or make a diamond, rest your head in the diamond and breathe. With every exhale, try and go a little bit deeper into the stretch. Releasing any tension in that left hip. And becoming still, arriving in the posture, quietening the mind, focusing on the breath. One point of focus. Deep breaths. Lengthen your exhale. And on your next inhale, you can slowly start to walk the hands back up. Tuck the back right toe, press back into downward dog, pedaling out the feet. And if you were using a prop, remove it. And pressing back into downward dog. Inhale, coming into high plank, engaging the core as you slowly come down into Chaturanga Dandasana, hovering just off the ground before lowering all the way down to the mat. And slowly turning over onto your back and bringing the legs all the way down to the mat, feet hip width apart. Engage the legs using your right hand. Grab your two peace fingers and hook your peace fingers around your right big toe. Half happy baby. And just feel out the hips. Try and get that knee closer towards the mat. Sole of the foot is facing the sky. And you can let the leg fall out to the side a little bit before you bring it back down. Inhale, using the left two peace fingers, hooking the big toe and pressing that knee down towards the mat. Making sure your ankle is in line with your knee so it's perpendicular to the floor. See if you can open the hips just slightly. Try and get that knee close to the mat. And coming back down. Inhale, bring both feet up. And exhale, open your knees slightly, just wider than your torso. And try and bring your knees towards your armpits. Again, making sure your ankles are in line with your knees. And slowly rocking side to side. Opening up the hips, creating that nice stretch in the groin, lower back. Breathe. Ananda Balasana, blissful baby. And release, hug the knees. And slowly come down to the mat for your final rest position, Shavasana. Let the feet fall open, palms are facing up, shoulders away from the ears. Let the shoulders sink into the mat. And just do a quick body scan, working from the feet up towards the head. Relax the jaw, the tongue, the eyes, the forehead, and lay here as long as you need to with your eyes closed. Namaste.